Hey everyone, and welcome to our first video of the year!
Happy 2023! For this video, we decided we are going to sort America and Germany into their Hogwarts houses.
That's right, so which one do you think Germany is? Slytherin? Slytherin?
What? You can't go into this bias.
And then what could America be in?
Slytherin.
Clearly, Gryffindor.
Bush.
Germany could possibly be Ravenclaw. I'll give him Ravenclaw.
Well, I would give America Durmstrang.
What's Durmstrang? That's not even a house.
That's the evil wizarding school that Hogwarts competes with.
Well, at least it's better than Hufflepuff.
But it is evil.
And to explain what we're gonna do, I'm gonna leave it to Josie, who knows everything about Harry Potter and all of that stuff. Let me know when you need to know stuff about Star Trek.
Ooh, we could sort everyone in the Star Trek houses. Is that an option?
Star Trek doesn't have houses?
Are you trying to tell me that the Klingons aren't Slytherins?
No, that would be the Romulans. Well, one thing's for sure, the Vulcans are Ravenclaw.
And the humans are such Hufflepuffs.
What? No, they're totally Gryffindor.
No, the Klingons are Gryffindors.
Klingons are not Gryffindor.
Yes, they are. Bravery is their most important trait. The humans are Hufflepuffs. Loyalty, kindness, those are Hufflepuff traits. And that's all the humans do.
Well, whatever. I mean, you know more about the houses than I do.
Okay, but we got super duper sidetracked. Now, if you guys don't know what your Hogwarts house is, it's really easy to find out. You can go to pottermore.com and just take the Hogwarts sorting quiz.
But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our respective countries, USA and Germany, and sort them out into the house. Except she will be USA and I will be Germany.
We are gonna find out what we really think each country's house should be.
So I'm not gonna say that we have any bias, but clearly Slytherin has the best beer.
So, are we ready to dive on in?
Let's do it.
Okay, everyone, I will be sorting the USA into its Hogwarts house. Evan and I have to do the quizzes separately because the quiz might give us different questions and we don't want to influence each other. That way it's a surprise at the end what house we'll get sorted into.
I'm gonna do Germany, and I'm gonna base all my answers off of my wealth of knowledge of German culture and understanding and philosophy and life in the Deutschland. Hit the start button now. Portrait maker? Discover your Hogwarts house. Is that the one? Discover your Hogwarts house? I thought all I had to do was press the start button. There's a peanut. What's that all about?
Let's get started. River or forest? I'm gonna go with forest. That's just a gut feeling for the United States. It feels more foresty.
The first question is moon or stars? In Iron Sky, they had a base on the dark side of the moon. America is more like stars. We have 50 stars on our flag. Okay, I'm gonna go with moon for Germany.
If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you?
Cats, toads, or owls? Not toads.
Well, the United States' symbol is an eagle. I think that clashes with the owl.
Germany has a lot of owls.
Definitely clashes with the toad because I feel like they would eat each other.
But gosh, when I think of a German, they just walk around like a bunch of felines.
I'm gonna go with a cat. I'm gonna select the pretty one.
Yeah, that's Germany. Cats.
Ginger.
No.
White.
I mean, have you been to Germany?
Siamese.
Siamese cat? No.
Tabby.
No, that would probably be American. Nice and fat.
Or black. I'm gonna go with a tabby cat. It's a really cool mix of everything.
Black cat. Nope, white. If you've been to Germany, it feels like white cats everywhere.
Which of the following would you most like to study? So what would America most like to study? Mer people.
You do have the fish heads up north who would really like the mer people.
Centaurs.
Dude, they do love horses.
Werewolves. Vampires.
No, I don't think they would like vampires at all. Leave that to the Romanians.
Goblins.
No.
Trolls.
Isn't there like a troll that like guards a bridge from like goats?
Ghosts.
Damn, there's not witches. I would have picked witches. If witches was in here, I would have been like, flat out, Germans would definitely want to study witches.
I'm feeling centaurs because it's a mix of two things.
I'm gonna go with trolls. It feels right for Germany.
Question 4. Which of the following do you find most difficult to deal with? Loneliness,
Hell no, they love loneliness. Loneliness is like part of their culture.
boredom,
They wouldn't find that difficult. They'd find that normal.
hunger.
I just don't see as many hungry people in Germany as I do in America.
Being ignored,
I don't know. They seem to thrive on being ignored.
or cold.
I mean, they're from the cold. They are the cold.
I don't think cold applies to the US as much.
I mean, my German wife can't stand the cold, which I don't understand, so I'm inclined to go with cold because Josie hates cold.
I think the US would hate to be ignored, and I think the US hates to be bored.
I'm gonna go with hunger. I think they would have the most difficulty dealing with hunger because they seem to be really well fed there.
If you're like ever watching American television, they're literally trying to be entertained all the time, and their news is always like super absolutely insane. So I think boredom fits the US really, really well.
You enter an enchanted garden. What would be most curious to examine first?
The fat red toadstool that appear to be talking to each other.
That's very German.
The bubbling pool in the depth of which something luminous is swirling.
No, that would be probably Puerto Rican.
The silver leaf tree bearing golden apples.
That seems to be American.
The statue of an old wizard with strangely twinkling eye.
Ooh, it would either be that or the mushrooms. Here's the thing. With Germany, they have lots of forests. That was the first time I really encountered those little mushroom heads with the red and the white dots on the top. You know, the Smurf houses.
I think for the US, what's not interesting at all is the toadstools.
When I think Germany, I think of the physics revolution of the early 20th century. Einstein, Heisenberg, Schrödinger.
The silver leaf tree bearing golden apples, that promises like riches.
So I feel like intelligence is like a really important aspect of German history.
The US is obsessed with being rich, billionaires. The US loves those. So I'm gonna go with that.
So I think I'm gonna go with the wizard with the twinkling eye.
You and two friends need to cross a bridge guarded by a river troll
River troll. See, we're in Germany.
who insists on fighting one of you before he will let you pass.
Who are my friends? It's probably gonna be the Czech Republic and Belgium. Why, you ask? Because those are the best beers.
Do you volunteer to fight?
I mean, considering I'm like the strongest of the three, probably.
Attempt to confuse the troll into letting all three of you pass without fighting.
Would Germany do this?
Suggest that all three of you should fight without telling the troll.
That would totally be America.
Or suggest drawing lots to decide which of you will fight.
They're pretty diplomatic.
The US loves to fight, but would they volunteer to fight on their own, or would they want to fight with everybody?
I think they would attempt to confuse the troll into letting all three of you pass without fighting. That's what Germany would do.
I think they would volunteer to fight on their own.
How would you like to be known to history? The great? The wise? Meh. The bold? No. The good? Honestly, there's something better than good, which is great. So I think Germany would like to be known as the great.
Which of the following would you most hate people to call you? Ignorant, selfish, ordinary, cowardly. Well, the US is ignorant, and I don't think they really care that they're called that. The US is selfish, and I think they're fine with that. America first, right? They wouldn't want to be called cowardly, but I don't know if they would hate that as much as ordinary, because they want to be the greatest country in the world. I think ordinary would be the worst for them.
Left or right? I may offend a few Bavarians, but Germany feels pretty left to me.
Heads or tails? Heads. The US is heads. Definitely.
The sorting hat is ready to make its decision, and it decides another peanut. What is this with this peanut?
Hey, everyone!
We're back together again to discuss the results.
How did your quiz go?
We're gonna say it at the same time. I'm Germany.
And I'm the USA.
And the house that we're in is 1, 2, 3. Slytherin! Woohoo! Exactly as we thought.
I just can't break it. I'm always a Gryffindor, guys.
You are not American. You see, this is how it goes. I'm a Slytherin and I like Germany better than America. She's a Gryffindor and she likes America better than Germany.
How did you ruin this for Germany? Germany
didn't.
is so not Slytherin.
They are so Slytherin. You have the biggest goth fest in the world. You guys have the AfD.
But the Slytherin values are like power.
You guys are the most powerful country in Europe.
But is that really what's most important to Germany?
I don't know to each specific German, but to Germany, yeah.
Wow. Unfortunately, America is a really good Gryffindor because what matters most to America is strength. Just going out there and, head first.
But see, you know how astrology has oh, I'm an Aquarius, but Scorpio rising or something like this. Germany is Slytherin, but Ravenclaw rising, right? They do value wisdom and intelligence. Their education system reflects that. Their history reflects that. Whereas America is Gryffindor, but they have a
Slytherin rising, for sure.
Yeah.
They care about power and they want to be the best. And they kind of don't care if they're breaking the rules along the way. I think Germany is probably more of a Ravenclaw with a Slytherin rising. But that's not what the quiz said.
Yep. Sorry, Germany. You are Slytherin to the T. Because that's the coolest house.
You're a Ravenclaw.
I know, but Slytherin's still the coolest house. I love Ravenclaw. I'm totally all about Ravenclaw. Don't get me wrong. Me personally, I'm probably a Ravenclaw with a Slytherin rising.
Yes, that's what you are. I am a Gryffindor with a Slytherin rising. Does that make me the U.S.?
Yeah, that you just described U.S.
Damn it.
This is why she likes America, guys. She really does.
Damn it.
It's why she has a green card and I don't.
You don't need a green card, Evan. You're American.
No, I mean, I don't have a German green card.
That's not how that works.
But this is what I'm trying to say is this is why we live in America and not in Germany. Because if we had it my way, we'd be living in Germany and I'd have my beer.
All right, guys, let us know what you guys thought about our sorting. And if you know your Hogwarts house, let us know in the towel section down below.
Thank you guys for watching. Please like the video and subscribe.
Ring the bell if you want to get notified when we release a new video, which we promise we will do more often from now on. Maybe.
We have new episodes of Abba Josie coming soon, so stay tuned, people.
And there's tons of cool things happening in 2023, so you definitely want to be a part of that, and we want to be a part of your 2023. See you guys next time.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss. Okay, how was your quiz?
Oh. It was very canine.
Did you bring a puppy to Hogwarts? Is that what you did? You brought a doggy?